Firewise meeting committee will start right now, I guess. So guess we need to do a pledge of allegiance.
Yeah.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, roll call. Mike Laverty here. Vicki, you here?
Here.
Mark? You?
He's muted. He's here.
I'm muted. Sorry about that. I'm here.
Not all of us, I guess. I guess that's it. So we've got a quorum, right?
You got it. Yes, sir.
Okay. We have a motion to approve today's agenda.
I make a motion to approve the agenda.
If I may, Vicky, we're getting some echoing because you're logged on twice. Do you want
But I
to?
what?
You're logged on twice.
So how do I unlock?
Can I do that?
I think so.
Oh, if I can do that, I'll do it.
You can
Do
just
it.
click and then you participant.
Oh, I mean, that one is muted, but I'm wondering if she's got the audio on her end. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know.
Vicky, are you logged in on 2 devices?
Huh?
It looks like you're logged in twice and that's why there's echo.
Sound like the Moody Blues.
Yeah.
So how do I do this?
Can you get off of one of your devices?
I think it's the same device and she just logged in and couldn't get in the first
Twice?
time. Yeah,
Okay,
so
we'll roll with it, I guess.
Okay. All right. Vicky made a motion to approve today's agenda. We got a second?
Second.
Okay, Mark seconds it. Then we've got a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I make a motion to approve the consent.
Oh, boy.
I'm not sure how to do this.
Yeah.
You can.
Oh, I can't?
No.
Oh, okay, then we have a second on that, Mark?
Yes. Second.
Any requests from the audience? We've only got one audience.
I'm good.
Okay, Lindsay says no. So, should we hold on getting the chief in here or just go about our business and let?
No, just go about it.
Okay. All right, so, first item on our, oh, here it is. Of our business today is, the review and vote on a new name for the Good Neighbor policy. And, we had at last meeting, and Lindsay provided us with, some options today, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 options, and then any other suggestions. You guys, Vicki or Mark, you have any thoughts on what you'd recommend? Or prefer?
What were the options again? I know I responded to this a while ago, but I quite frankly
Okay.
can't remember.
That's all right. Number 1 was community stewardship policy. Community stewardship policy. Second is defensible space partnership program. Number 3 is a combination of the two, maybe defensible space community policy. And suggestions from community members. My suggestion, frankly, was defensible space community partnership. But any thoughts from you two?
Yeah, I was drawn to that one. The community policy just probably would shy away from the use of the word partnership because it's legally operative at times and it just gets people confused. But yeah, I do like that. That one. So
The combination that Lindsay did in number 3, defensible space community policy.
yeah, that sounds great.
I agree.
Okay.
May I offer some input to that?
Yeah.
The issue that I have with calling it a policy is that if I were naming a business, I want the name of that business to be also operative and speak to the function of the form, the function of the document. In my estimation, this is an agreement between two neighbors, whether that be a business entity or a person. It's two people making an agreement that we do work on a set piece of land. There's not a policy that goes along with it and how that is actually carried out, or really any layout of the organization or the logistics of that. It's simply, hey neighbor, can I go onto your policy, or can I go onto your land and do some work as it pertains to my defensible space on my property? To me, that's an agreement. It's not really a policy. I just want to further add that I don't mind the good neighbor policy because that was the spirit and intent of this document when we wrote it. The only qualifier is that it is the Village of Angel Fire good neighbor policy. And I believe that's clear enough not to be confused with any other good neighbor policy that is outstanding somewhere else out in the world with some other name attached to it. So my recommendation from where I stand is to continue with the name Village of Angel Fire good neighbor policy because it says exactly what it is. I'm sorry, good neighbor agreement. Village of
So
Angel
is
Fire.
this the document? Is this a document that two parties are signing?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought we were talking about something else. Yeah. So then it should be agreement somewhere in there. If you're asking two people to sign it.
I don't know how this works, the cameras and whatnot, Mark, but there's this document that Lindsay and the chief have created, I guess.
Right.
And towards the bottom, or at the very bottom, it says good neighbor policy in asterisks or italic. But just above that, it says property access and wildfire mitigation agreement, which whether we want to add the Village of Angel Fire words in there or not, I think you're right. The agreement, that's basically what I saw. This 3 or 4 page document is an agreement between two parties. So I guess that's where I was getting confused about the agreement. And then if there's a policy, and then if there's a name to the name of the good neighbor policy, the name options that we're talking about. So
In response to that, there's no policy that goes along with that. So the word policy that got interjected at the bottom of one of those documents as part of the title was probably just a mistake that one of us made by adding the word policy on there, but it really just is a good neighbor agreement. Hey neighbor, can I go onto your property and perform some work? Yes, neighbor, you may.
so this document is the agreement. We've got
Our policy is kind of the defensible space ordinance that goes along with it.
okay. So if we the purpose statement seems straightforward, that we've talked about before, and we'll get to that on item number 3. And then item number 2 is actually, we're talking about this with any revisions, correct?
That is the revised version
Okay.
that Mark gave us.
So
Okay.
then 1 is just the title for this then.
Yes,
And one is
So-
just the title.
So we're talking, it's the property access and wildfire mitigation agreement, right?
Yes.
Right.
Okay, and then, but I thought we had run into a problem because there are multiple good neighbor policies out there, and so we wanted to get rid of that. Is that correct? But-
Somebody made mention that there was another entity that was using the good neighbor policy in some other context.
Oh, okay, so, but the good neighbor policy or whatever that, so well, I think what's confusing is we're talking about the property access and wildfire mitigation agreement, which that to me, the name is perfectly fine. But then good neighbor policy, I think, got added to it somewhere and it doesn't belong there. But so I think where at least my confusion is, we've got this agreement, but then the good neighbor policy, is that a separate document? Because if it's not a separate document, then let's just get rid of it. And we can just continue to call this the property access and wildfire mitigation agreement, because that's what it is. And it's an agreement you're asking people to sign at the end. So it's perfectly appropriate to call it an agreement. But I just didn't know if we were trying to rename some other document that was being called the good neighbor policy. But if we're not, let's just get rid of it.
Yeah, you're spot on. We have been referring to this document that we presented to you for changes for the last 6 months as the good neighbor policy. It was just the loose term that we all been using, the vernacular that we've been using to reference this document until the most recent additions and revisions that you have made. Since then, we made the recommendation that we use this property access and wildfire mitigation agreement just as a placeholder until we had this meeting to vote on the permanent name for it. So yes, we
Okay.
can get rid of the neighbor policy altogether. It no longer pertains to any other document other than this one. And we need to vote on the final name out of those three or any other recommended or the one that's listed on here. If we want to stick with property access and wildfire mitigation agreement, that would stand or suffice. But anything else that anybody is open to.
Do we feel the need to put Angel Fire in there or just leave it,
It
property
doesn't,
access agreement?
From my position, we have our logo on it and we have Angel Fire on here. It's very clear to me.
That this is an
Yeah,
Angel
this
Fire
is-
document.
Even if we called it the good neighbor
Yeah.
agreement, whatever we call
Oh,
it.
yeah, so this is an Angel Fire document, and this particular document would be called the Property Access and Wildfire Mitigation Agreement.
Yep, if that's what we voted on.
It seems like that's the most straightforward to what
Yeah.
Mark was saying.
Yeah. And Chief, was that a shot at me that it took me 6 months to revise it? You don't have to answer.
We've been saying we have a good neighbor policy or we need to work on that for honestly, since before we started drafting the DSO, but no, not a
Yeah.
shot.
Okay, no problem. I'll wait 6 months before I send my invoice to the committee.
Okay, well, since we got a little agreement here, since Mark had the most input, you want to make a motion on that, Mark?
Yeah, I mean, do we have any discussion? Are we good to go with?
I'm not up to speed on all of the
You know, but my
proper
recommendation,
procedures here.
unless you guys like another name, if there's input, we're open to it. My recommendation is that we would make a motion to vote on and approve the name of this document as being the Property Access and Wildfire Mitigation Agreement.
Yeah, and
Angel
so
Fire.
apologies. I just the only copy I have is a big redlined copy. Lindsay, did you circulate a clean one?
I did, yes. I sent
Okay.
it on, I think it's, actionable items, Firewise meeting actionable items.
I got mine, last week sometime, Mark, so I forget what day.
I
it
think
came.
probably Wednesday or Tuesday of last week,
Okay,
but it came to me.
right, but the version of the agreement still has a bunch of red line in it.
Don't think that's the one I circulated. The one I sent you beforehand without, your, note.
I got this on 3/4. I got this on last week on March 4th.
Mark,
That's-
if you have any particular section you want me to flip to, So you can
No,
check this.
I just want to make sure I'm looking at the right agreement.
Yep.
If I'm gonna make a motion for the committee to accept it. And so Lindsay, I just searched my Outlook for everything that you have ever sent me. And the last thing you sent me was Wednesday on the last week.
Well, I think what we're working on right now is item number 1, which is just the name, which I think we've kind of come to a consensus on that. I think item 2 is the nuts and bolts of the agreement, Mark, that you're referring
Yeah.
to.
Okay, yeah, sorry, I'm not exactly sure where we are, and I know we're looking for a motion, so
Okay,
if we're still on the name, then I would just move that we accept the name as written.
You have to have a second.
Yeah, we only, is Vicky still there somewhere?
She's here.
Just second it, since I can't.
She might, Vicky, can you unmute?
I think she's muted.
Yeah, I can't unmute her.
She's not, I don't think she's muted.
Question mark?
I don't see the little crossed out microphone.
Do you have her phone number? Or Lindsay, do you?
Let me see.
And Mark, while we're waiting, we're
She just got out.
we're gonna try to resend that agreement to you now.
Okay, appreciate that. Yeah, I don't see a clean version. I see the email Lindsay was referencing with actionable items, but the policy that's attached to that one, at least to me, is still all red line.
It's the exact document you sent back to me.
Right.
We're
Ken,
just,
you got me. Have you got me?
There she
Yeah.
is.
All
Can
right.
we hear you?
Yes, I second it.
Okay,
Okay, so the item number 1, the new name for the good neighbor policy has been moved and seconded, and we're gonna go with what's printed on the document as the property access and wildfire mitigation agreement. So we're done on that one.
okay.
So now item number 2 is review and vote to pass on the newly named GNP with revisions. And that's what I think you were getting ahead of the game a little bit, Mark, but
Yes. Yeah, and so
But
I think that's where we're at, right? Is there is not just a completely clean version. There's just my red line that I sent to Lindsay. That, and then now we're talking about whether or not we're moving forward with it.
yeah, we're gonna pass that on to our legal team with your
Yep.
notes.
yeah, I know I reviewed it. I didn't see anything that jumped out to me as something weird, but I wasn't comparing it to the previous version, so I don't
Okay, so are we just looking for a motion to pass this on to the village's legal counsel?
Yes.
I make a
Yes.
motion to pass it on to the village head for legal counsel.
Okay, second.
We got 2 items done. We're gonna stay on schedule today. Item number 3, review and vote on the Firewise Committee purpose statement, which is on that other document that Lindsay gave us. That's
And it's the exact one that Mark kind of put together. I cleaned up a couple of things, but it's pretty much the exact one that he sent to me during our meeting last.
I know I read it and I didn't have any problems with it. It seems like it covers all the bases.
It does.
So I guess, do we have a motion on that?
We make a motion to approve item number 3.
Have a second?
Muted, Mark.
Yeah, he's muted.
Thanks, sorry, second.
So we have a second on that?
Yes.
Okay. Item 3 is moved and seconded. All in favor? Aye.
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 That's approved as well. So we've got our business taken care of.
Excuse me, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm getting a text from Mayor Pro Tem Crane. So when we're doing these motions and seconds, we also need to do a vote on it.
Okay,
On the first one, we did not.
Yeah.
The second one, we did.
yeah,
Okay.
I forgot that. So do
Can
we
we
need to
go
go
back and
back?
do that? Just, yes, please, for the
Okay.
record.
So, we'll go back to item number 1, the, new name for the, good neighbor policy. It's been moved and seconded. We have a vote on that. Everyone say
Yes.
aye. Mark, aye.
I,
Okay, so got that one. We need to do the second one too.
Yep,
Did we miss that one?
Did we do that one?
yep.
So, yes,
Okay, item number 2, the newly named GMP, with revisions pass along. That was moved and seconded. Did we have a vote? Mike votes aye.
I,
And the third one, we
we did correctly.
okay, so we
Thank
got it
you.
all the bases.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for keeping us. Okay, so I guess the only other thing we've got is, the next meeting is, planned for March 24th at 4:00, here again at Village Hall. I
And
guess,
the hall's available and I already have it on the calendar. We're good.
okay, so we're cool on that.
We're cool.
All righty. Any other comments? If not, we'll adjourn.
okay.
All right.
all right, thank you.